Hi, Shep Hyken, your customer service and experience expert, and today I'm going to discuss different ways to refer to your customers. Now, let me ask you, what do you call your customers? Do you call them customers? Maybe you call them clients, members, guests, patients, residents, and the list can go on and on. And some people say that the term client implies a long-term relationship. Well, isn't that what you want with all of your customers? A long-term relationship in which the customer continues to pay for whatever it is that you sell? Of course you do. Then there's the term guest. I get that you may be a guest of a hotel or a restaurant. What about a guest at a car dealership or a retail clothing store? Most people would call them customers, but actually, I like that business that would normally call a customer something else to promote them to the level of even if it's a guest. I've talked about this before. The last time was from an Ace Hardware store referring to their customers as neighbors. When a customer walks through the door, an employee yells out, "Well, welcome, neighbor." That sounds a whole lot better than welcome, customer. Now, that brings me to a message I received from Antonio Sismani, who's one of our faithful viewers. She wanted an opinion on why we call the experience a customer has a customer experience. In her world, in her mind, using the word customer puts distance between customers and the company. She feels it should be a people experience or a human being experience. And that if you really wanted to connect emotionally to the customer, which is one of the drivers of repeat business, then we must get closer to them. So she asked, don't you think if we rename the customer experience to the people experience, that it would be enhanced and more mature? The goal is to have a more positive impact on everyone's minds. Well, I like the way you think, Antonia. In business, I've always believed that people do business with people. Even if they're doing business online, they're still interacting with a website that was designed by people to be used by people. Now, I'm not sure the word customer creates distance, but changing the word to something other than customer, such as people or guest, client, member, or even a neighbor, could bring that customer emotionally closer. Changing the language isn't a big change, but in this case, it could emphasize the relationship that you and your organization are trying to achieve, which is that better connection with your customers. Make that people that makes them want to continue to do business with you again and again. Well, I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is Shep Hyken reminding you to always be amazing.